welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We appreciate it. We've got 4 guests today, and we're going to be starting with Jeremy Cooker. Jeremy is with the New Orleans Tourism Marketing Corporation, and they've got a campaign they're calling Happy Tuesday. And I think you'll want to hear a lot about that and how that all came to be. Amanda McFillin is with the Historic New Orleans Collection. Always love having those guys on. They just got so much information to share, and they've got an exhibit coming up, an exhibit of 20 women who were influential in New Orleans history, and she's going to be talking about that. Mike Palamone is with the Jefferson Chamber. He is the chairman this year. It's their 19th annual crawfish boil. They always have one of the best crawfish boils in the area because they have so much more than crawfish. It's almost like a seafood buffet that they do. And finally, our good friend Ashley Mills is on the show. Ashley is with the Louisiana chapter of Cystic Fibrosis, and she's going to be talking the upcoming Bobby Hebert golf tournament. It's always a great golf tournament, and she's got the information on how you can be a part of that. We've got a great show lined up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana again. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Our first guest is Jeremy Cooker. Jeremy is the Vice President of Marketing and Special Products for the projects for the New Orleans Tourism Marketing Corporation. Jeremy, thanks for taking time to be on the show.
Sure, thanks for having me.
If you can, real quick, because I want to get into this Happy Tuesday Day. Being that today is Tuesday and we're taping, I'm already excited, even more now. But give us a little bit of background on the corporation, what it is you guys do and everything, because you do a phenomenal job. You really do. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. You know, we couldn't do it without our agency partners and without the whole industry working together. The New Orleans Tourism Marketing Corporation was founded in 1990 as really a way to promote New Orleans to leisure travelers within the United States. So we work closely with the Convention Bureau. They do conventions and meetings and international travel, but our job is to really create advertising campaigns and encourage people to visit New Orleans.
Okay, and we're always hearing the great work that you guys do, and I think you've hit a home run here again. So Happy Tuesday. Yes,
Happy Tuesday. So as you know, if you've been anywhere near the French Quarter or downtown on a weekend, New Orleans does pretty well on the weekends. We have no trouble getting people in to town. We almost had, we had 9.78 million visitors to New Orleans last year. We're on a roll, more spending than ever. So tourism is really great in the city, and weekends are a big part of that. So the hotels and restaurants came to us, they're our constituents, and they said, this is great, let's keep it going, but can you help us fill our hotels and restaurants midweek? And so we're up to the challenge. We started doing some research, working with our great agency partners. Again, 360i.com is our primary agency. They did some research for us and they said, hey, you've got a real opportunity here. 1, you have tons of things to do on Tuesday. 2, believe it or not, Tuesdays are the days that people complain most about on the internet. So you've got a really great opportunity here to take advantage of this. BuzzFeed.com did 2 articles last year ranking the days of the week and talking about how Tuesdays were the worst day possible. And they have all these reasons on why Tuesdays are horrible. Also, if you look on Twitter or on social channels on Tuesdays, you'll see a ton of people complaining about how bad their day is. Right. Yeah. Hashtag terrible Tuesday. Hashtag Tuesdays are the worst. So we came up with a couple different ideas, and I think we're really excited about them. One is we reached out to the constituents and said, hey, we want to get people here in midweek. What can you do for us? What would you like to promote midweek? We have over 60 deals on our website, happytuesday.com, from hotels, restaurants, tours, attractions, etc., promoting special offers, not just Tuesday, but midweek, Sunday through Thursday. That's step 1. Step 2 is we really wanted to get the word out on a national level. So we called BuzzFeed and we said, hey, you remember those 2 articles you wrote about how bad Tuesdays were? You've never had a Tuesday in New Orleans. Why don't you come down here and we'll show you how great Tuesdays can actually be. So if you go to BuzzFeed.com, you'll see this article, it's on today, about how New Orleans really changed their perception and taught them how to live the best lives ever on a Tuesday.
And another story is how great Tuesdays are in New Orleans. And I think before we wrap up here, I think the point is, Jeremy, you're on the right track. It's just, you are right. Weekends are incredible, but really every day, and to me in New Orleans is incredible because there's just so much stuff to do. But I love the idea of a Happy Tuesday. And your website is happytuesday.com. And on that website, you can see a lot of different information about things to do on Tuesday and attractions to see and things like that.
Yeah, there's great editorial content on why Tuesdays are great in New Orleans, but there's also a number of deals that you can take advantage of.
That's awesome. And they're wrapping me up again, Jeremy. You guys do such a great job promoting all the great things in New Orleans. I mean, we can't thank you enough for the hard work you guys do. The campaigns you run are just so successful and so great. We've got 3 more guests. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Always a pleasure to have Amanda McFillan in with us. Amanda is with the Historic New Orleans Collection. Amanda, welcome to the show again. Always great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Hey, listen, give us real quick. You got a big event coming up that I want to get to, but just give us a little background information on the collection and what it is that you guys do.
Yeah, we are a museum, a research center, and a publisher based in the French Quarter. We promote the history of New Orleans and the surrounding Gulf region through exhibitions. We have programs throughout the year, like our annual symposium. We do lectures, film screenings, anything to promote the history of this region. And this year, we're actually celebrating our 50th anniversary.
You know, I've heard an ad on the radio about that too. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Just out of curiosity, are you one of the oldest organizations in the city for what you do, you think? Or?
I'm not sure. We have the State Museum that I believe is a little bit older. Yeah, but...
Hey, you're 50 years, you rank right up
Yeah,
there
exactly.
anyway.
We're still doing pretty well. We're going strong. Exactly.
Your website is hnoc.org. We'll put that on the screen because 20 Women Who Changed New Orleans. That's your newest exhibition coming up. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called Voices of Progress, 20 Women Who Changed New Orleans. It is 20 women throughout New Orleans history, starting in the early 19th century, coming all the way up to the present, who were involved in all kinds of civic activism, social justice. So they were working on issues like helping the poor, building orphanages. They were involved in suffrage, women's rights such as equal pay for women, the civil rights era, they were involved in that, all the way up to contemporary times, focusing on political issues that face women and just the citizens of New Orleans and making the city a better place overall
Now,
for
are
everyone.
all the women, are they from New Orleans or?
Not all of them are from New Orleans. We have a couple of women from Mississippi. We've got one woman, Caroline Merrick, who comes from Baton Rouge, but a lot of them were born here.
Okay. And the exhibit is, give me the dates that it runs. It's April the 13th to September the 11th, I believe?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so plenty of time to come see it.
Times that the exhibit is open are?
9:30 to 4:30 on Tuesday through Saturday, and on Sunday we get to sleep in a little bit. It's 10:30 to 4:30.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive, right?
It's very expensive. It is absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Yes.
I love that. I got to tell you guys, you're always doing something, and I love that. Do a lot of people reach out to y'all for like if there's things that you want to know about the city? Are you a good organization to reach out and ask questions to and things like that?
Absolutely.
And can you do that through the website?
You can do that through the website. You can give us a call, or you can stop into our research center and come up to our research library and talk to
Where's that at?
That's at 410 Charter Street, at the corner of Charters and Conti Street. And you can come in and do research on anything about New Orleans culture that you're interested in.
That's phenomenal. And the items that you have on exhibit, do people donate that to you for, I mean, like just for the time being and then they take it back, or do you have a lot of stuff that's donated that you keep all the time? And
Sure. For this exhibit in particular, we actually did borrow a lot of items from some of the surrounding institutions, like Tulane donated some items, Nicholls State down in Thibodeau donated some items. We had some private lenders as well. We have this gorgeous portrait of Margaret Hogery that was from a private lender that was donated for the show, and it's a really spectacular piece. So this is a perfect opportunity if you've never seen this portrait. It's by a Belgian portrait painter named Jacques Amans. It's on display right now for 6 months, so it's a great time to come and see it. And it's free.
Amanda, real quick, the website is hnoc.org. All information on the collection can be found on the website. Most importantly, all information on 20 Women Who Changed New Orleans.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Always love having you guys on the show.
Thank
Please
you.
continue to come back. Keep us updated. We have a couple more guests. Stay with us. We'll be right back. welcome back to Across Louisiana. Again, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Always a pleasure. Mike Palamone, the Jefferson Chamber is always welcome on Across Louisiana. Usually Todd's here, but we've seen him way too much, so we asked Mike to come in. Mike is the chairman this year for the Jefferson Chamber. Mike, thanks so much for taking time.
No problem, appreciate it.
Jefferson Chamber is just a phenomenal organization.
Yep.
And you know what, I think what a lot of people really don't understand is people like yourself. I mean, you don't work for the Chamber, you're volunteers, so to take your time to do that from your busy schedule is always awesome. Chamber this year is doing great. Membership's doing great. A little bit about the Chamber right now that you can share with us?
Sure. We're approaching, next year is going to be our 20th anniversary, okay? So, you know, obviously we have strong suits in education, workforce, advocacy, both at the state level and the parish level, as well as the federal. In September, we're going up to D.C. on our annual fly-in, where we meet with the congressmen and state senators on the U.S. side. But we'll continue to grow. We continue to expand, and we have great events. We have great committees.
Jefferson Chamber has always got great. But one thing I want to point out is one fallacy that I think there's a misconception that chambers are made up of big corporations, big companies, and that's not the case.
No.
You're really about small business.
Right. I'm a small business, okay, and 61% of our membership is small business. Okay. So we're small. We have big members. We have the large corporations.
But,
Cox is obviously, you guys are very great to us. You know, we get along with, and you guys sponsor a lot of stuff. In fact, you're a presenting sponsor for our Crawfish Boil coming up. But yeah, we've got all the large industries as well. And we continue to pursue them. But again, 61% is small business.
My website is jeffersonchamber.org. All information about the chamber can be found, membership, how to join, so forth.
Right.
Crawfish Boil, the great event. This is your 19th annual. I think what this represents more about the chamber, anything, is opportunity for networking.
It's the biggest networking event that the chamber holds. We're going to have well over 600 people, 2,300 pounds of crawfish, in addition to some catfish, some jambalaya, bread pudding. We'll have, you know, all the associated drinks that go along with that.
The event is?
It's what we calling it? It's Chamber Crawfish Boil, but Cajun food is more along that lines. Because we expanded it a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
And you do have a good array of food. Friday, May the 20th?
May 20th. At the Jefferson Chamber office. Okay. It's a covered parking lot, so it's rain or shine.
And you're located?
3421 North Causeway Boulevard.
Okay. Admission?
$50 for members, $60 for non-members. Okay. Again, I'll say Cox is the presenting sponsor. It's hosted by Select Properties. That's their property. Also, Mr. Mudbugs helps us along with the crawfish and the food and all that stuff. We've got DJ, so if you want to dance, some of us have been known to dance.
Good drink.
Good drink.
Help you to dance.
Good food. Okay. Good friends. Good company. You know, in the annual meeting, in the address, you know, towards the end of it, I said, you know, we work hard, but we also play hard.
Yeah, and you do.
And
we really do.
Yeah, we have great events,
but you know,
fun events.
Your play is all about working too, because again, it's a networking opportunity. And I'm glad you pointed out about the small business, because we have a great relationship on the show with all of our chambers, and you guys do such a great job. The crawfish event is just one of many, many, many that you're involved in. But I do want to point out again, you don't have to be a member of the chamber to attend. And it's how much again for members are?
50 for members, 60 for non-members.
Okay, and they're wrapping me up, but real quick, the website is jeffersonchamber.org. All information on the Crawfish Boil coming up can be found on the website, but most importantly, all information about the chamber itself and how you can be a member is on that website. Mike, always love to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Looking forward
to one more guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Always we save the best for last, and we've done that again with Ashley Mills. Ashley is the executive director for the Louisiana chapter of Cystic Fibrosis. Ashley, thank you so much for being a part of the show. You guys just do such a fabulous job, and we appreciate you coming on the show. If you don't mind, real quick, before we get into the Bobby Hebert Golf Tournament, talk a little bit about Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and kind of like your mission and what you're all about.
Sure. The foundation was started in 1955 by some parents who, at the time, children were living to be 3 to 5 years old, and they wanted to pool their resources and started off just funding research, and now we fund education, care centers, just a very holistic approach to cystic fibrosis. And like I said, in 1955 when we started, kids lived to be 3 to 5 years old, and now they're living into their 30s, 40s, beyond.
That's incredible. And, you know, it's incredible for organizations like this that got their start like you guys did to where you are today. I think that's fantastic. All right, the Bobby A. Bear Golf Classic 2016.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I played last year. Incredible golf tournament, had a great time. Bobby was so generous with his time, made sure to come by everybody and say hello. Congratulations on what I thought was a great golf tournament.
Thank you.
This year it's taking place, what's the date?
June 10th.
Okay.
It's out at Lakewood again. And,
Great golf course.
It's a lot of fun to play from what I hear. And we've got some really good sponsors lined up. Whitney is doing a golfer gift, special commemorative gift that'll be out there. All the golfers will get a shirt and a
Love the
photo
shirt.
with Bobby. And we have right now 9 different vendors who will be on the course with food, plus a
Oh, great.
lunch
That's always good.
and a party for the guys when they come off in the afternoon.
Yeah, and 2 flights.
2 flights.
8 and 1 p.m. are the flights?
Correct,
Okay.
yes, 8 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Website is louisiana.cff.org. We'll put that on the screen. Can you register for the golf tournament on the website?
Yes, you can buy a foursome on the website, and we still have a few sponsorships left, or you can reach out to our office as well.
Yeah, I got to tell you again, the food you had last year was just awesome. I love Lakewood Golf Course. It's a great little golf course. It's a great venue for tournaments like this because it's big enough that it's fun and it's small enough that you see everybody. I thought Bob did a great job of going around talking to everybody. Gave a very nice talk at the very beginning. How many years have you done the golf tournament?
This is our 45th year, and this is Bobby's 6th year. So, yeah, it's really going full steam ahead.
The cost for a foursome is?
A foursome is $1,200,
Okay.
and that's the green fees, goodie bag, and we have a party the night before for all our sponsors and foursomes.
All right. And again, actually, that website is louisiana.cff.org. All information on Cystic Fibrosis Foundation can be found on that website.
Correct.
Most importantly, you can register. I know you came close to selling out last
Yep,
year.
we
so we want to
did.
make sure that we get people involved this year. And so far, it's not been a good golf year as far as
No.
tournaments. So I'm hoping by the time
When June
10th,
comes,
yeah, I'm
we'll be
hoping
good.
it'll kind of clear up because I know we'll have a team in it.
Great.
I look forward to playing in it. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much for being on the show. You've been watching Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.